You never noticed your face. Does this every time you lie. You told a small lie today. Maybe you said you were fine. Maybe you said you loved the gift. Your mouth said one thing, your face said another, and you never even noticed. Here's the strange part. You weren't hiding anything. Your face was, for a fraction of a second, before your brain could stop it, a completely different expression flashed across your skin. Scientists call it a micro-expression. It lasts less than half a second. You can't feel it happening. But the people around you, sometimes somewhere below conscious thought, they catch it. This isn't a party trick. It's a survival system. And it's been running quietly in the background of every human interaction for thousands of years. Let's go back. Not to yesterday. To the very first lie. Nobody knows exactly when humans started deceiving each other. But researchers who study primate behavior have found something unsettling. Chimpanzees deceive too. They hide food, they fake injuries, they mislead rivals about where danger is. Deception, it turns out, isn't a human invention. It's older than language itself. Charles Darwin noticed something else entirely. In 1872, he published a book almost nobody expects from him. Not about finches, not about fossils, about faces. He argued that facial expressions weren't learned like language. They were inherited, wired in. A baby born blind still smiles when happy, still frowns when frustrated. Nobody taught them that. Their face already knew. Darwin's idea sat quietly for almost a century. Then, in the 1960s, a young psychologist named Paul Ekman decided to test it properly. Ekman traveled to Papua New Guinea. He met with an isolated tribe called the Four People. They had never seen a photograph, never watched a film, never seen a Western face express anything at all. Ekman showed them pictures of American faces and asked a simple question. What is this person feeling? They got it right. Every time. Anger looked like anger. Fear looked like fear. Disgust looked like disgust. Across an ocean, across a culture with zero contact with the modern world, the human face was speaking one universal language. Why does that matter for lying? Because if expressions are wired in, they're hard to fake, and they're even harder to suppress. Ekman spent the next decade studying exactly that. He filmed psychiatric patients. He filmed people trying to hide real emotions, and buried in hours of footage, he found it. A flicker. A flash of true feeling breaking through a false one, gone in a 15th of a second. The micro-expression. Here's what's happening in your skull when this occurs. Your brain has two competing systems fighting for control of your face. One is fast, automatic, ancient. It fires the second an emotion hits you before you've even consciously registered feeling it. The other is slow, deliberate. It's the part of you that decides what face to present to the world. It's the part managing your lie. Most of the time, the slow system wins. It smooths your expression into something socially acceptable, calm, pleasant, convincing. But for one brief moment, before the slow system catches up, the fast system gets there first, and your true feeling escapes. You can't stop this. Not fully. Even trained actors, even professional poker players leak something. The muscles involved are simply too fast for conscious control. There's a name for one particular giveaway. It's called the Duchenne smile, after the French neurologist who first mapped it in the 1800s. A real smile of genuine happiness doesn't just lift the corners of your mouth. It pulls the muscles around your eyes into tiny creases. Most people can't fake that part on command, which means somewhere, right now, you already know how to spot a fake smile. You just don't consciously realize you're doing it. Now here's where it gets genuinely uncomfortable. If your face leaks the truth, even when you're trying to lie, why does anyone ever get away with lying at all? Psychologist Bella DePaulo spent years trying to answer that. In the 1990s, she ran studies asking ordinary people to keep diaries of every lie they told over a week. The results surprised her. People lie constantly, not big, dramatic lies, small ones. I love your cooking. Traffic was terrible. I'm almost there. On average, people told about 1 to 2 lies a day, often without even registering them as lies. And here's the twist. DePaulo also found that most people are terrible at detecting these lies. Studies on lie detection accuracy consistently land close to 50%. That's the same as a coin flip. Even trained professionals, police officers, judges, customs agents barely outperform chance in controlled experiments. So the leak is real. The signal is there. But almost nobody is trained to read it. Why would evolution build a system that broadcasts the truth and then build a species too oblivious to receive the broadcast? One theory points back to trust. In small ancestral groups, where everyone knew everyone, constant lie detection may not have been the priority. Cooperation was. A tribe that spent its energy interrogating every social smile wouldn't have survived long enough to hunt, gather, or raise children together. Trust, even slightly naive trust, may have been the more useful adaptation. The leak stayed as a backup system, rarely consulted, always running. Think about what that means for you right now, in every conversation you have today. Your face is constantly transmitting. A meeting where you nod along but privately disagree. A conversation where you say, "I'm not upset," through a jaw that's slightly too tight. A video call where you smile at a joke that didn't land, and for a 15th of a second, something else crosses your features first. You're not controlling that moment, you never were. And neither is anyone else. The friend who insists they're fine. The coworker who claims the project is on track. The stranger negotiating a price with you across a table. Somewhere underneath their composed expression, their oldest, fastest system is already telling the truth. It's just moving faster than either of you can consciously catch. Modern technology has started catching what human eyes usually miss: slow motion cameras. Facial coding software built directly on Ekman's original research. Machines trained to flag the flicker before it disappears. In interrogation rooms, security checkpoints, even some job interviews, algorithms are now doing what evolution gave your ancestors, but never taught them to fully use. But you don't need a machine to feel the weight of this. You've probably sensed it before, without knowing why. A gut feeling that someone wasn't telling you the whole story. A flicker you registered without ever consciously seeing it. That instinct has a name now. It's not mysterious. It's a 15th of a second of ancient wiring, doing exactly what it was built to do. So the next time you tell a small, harmless lie, remember this. Somewhere on your face, before you could stop it, the truth already got out. You just weren't watching closely enough to catch yourself.
Thanks for watching, true believers! Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stick-tastic adventures!